This interview with MrFalcon, one of the most creative minds in the VeVe community, is from my live show Beyond the Drop that I co-host with Collectors Gone Digital every Monday for you guys here on YouTube and X. MrFalcon is known for his amazing AR content that brings the VeVe digital collectibles to life like never before. We talk about his creative process, what inspires him, and what fascinates him about VeVe digital collectibles. So guys, stay tuned, lean back, and enjoy this conversation with MrFalcon.
What is your opinion on the VeVeVerse? Because you've been one of the earliest beta testers.
I was many moons ago. I mean, when I was, it was a few years ago now, finally got that invite. I was very excited. And yeah, built away, had an awesome time. I think it took me a long time to realize that not everyone is a builder, like, me and Josh and other people. And I think this is a great starting point for the VeVeVerse, but it does feel very much like a building tool at the moment. So yeah, we definitely need more social features, just to make it more appealing to gamers and, people who aren't quite as into building. I love it, and I feel like I've made some cool stuff, and I love seeing the things that other people build, and it has started a little mini industry, which is awesome. But yeah, it does feel like this is the starting point, and now we need to move forward. Where that goes, I'm not entirely sure. I know, me and Josh have spoken. I know Josh has many ideas of how to make it better, which I would agree with. But yeah, it's cool at the moment, but it can definitely go a lot further.
But do you really spend time in there still?
To be honest, I've gone pretty wild on the AR stuff, and that keeps me very busy. So yeah, as a beta tester, I did that for a long time. I built the things I wanted to build. I built a psycho house, I built the Cinderella castle and a haunted house. And as that time, just how time worked out, I was kind of like you guys have, you found a gap in the market for a kind of weekly recap now. At that time, I thought, well, no one's really summarizing the news in a silly way like I would do. So I started doing the VeVe News, which was a little show I did for a while, and making little AR skits and stuff like that. And that was all encompassing. That took up all my time then. And then that kind of led to a chat with Corey, and the rest is history. So now I've just been doing AR stuff. So yeah, I do drop into the VeVeVerse. I hopped in fairly regularly, but I haven't really gone wild for a while. I think when it went live, I did build some stuff, but yeah, I haven't for a minute. I've just been busy with other things, but I still like it.
One of my favorite builds still to this day is the one we have on screen.
Josh, sorry, I can't hear you.
No? You hear me now?
Yeah, quietly, yeah.
Same thing that happened with Foster. Yeah. I'm going to put us back on this screen for a sec while I up my audio. Well, I was going to say one of my favorite builds even to this day is actually your Disney castle.
Oh, thanks, man.
Now I have a blue.
Do you?
Nice.
I know what it is. We should be good now.
You good?
Yeah.
Cool.
Turn this up. There we go. Audio should be better now. All right. Bear with us, guys. But yeah, the castle. It was I put it on screen here. So well executed, man. It looks so good.
Yeah.
I think it was when it was a lot of fun when the beta thing started, particularly me and Tails and True Tech. We started looking at the world in a completely different way. Like, we were walking down the street and we'd all said we'd suddenly look at buildings and think, oh, we could build that in the VeVeVerse. Look at how that's constructed. I'm sure that's how you look at the world all the time, Josh. But I it was this sudden realization that, everything's just shapes. It was like this Matrix moment. It's all just shapes.
Yeah.
So if you could use those shapes, then it would work. And that Disney castle was very much an experiment with shapes. But yeah, I was pleased with how it turned out. And I thought it was lost. I hadn't been able to open it for quite a while.
How long did it take you to build this castle? Because there are a lot of shapes in it, it seems like.
It took a long time. It's hard to remember. Like, it was a while ago. I think over, it'd be a few hours a day, maybe over a month, maybe more, just chipping away at it. And then a lot of sort of repetitive angling things around. So there's a lot of experimentation. It was great. It was a cool learning experience. But yeah, I really enjoyed it. And it was nice to see it again. It's awesome. Good magic.
I have another question, but before I get to that, I just want to say thank you to Notorious for the $5 donation. Maybe we can answer his question for him here. He says, how do you get kids involved? The new way VeVe is setting up the app, there should be no KYC till you use Stacker. So we need commercials on Disney.
Maybe that's why they go to gems only in VeVe. Who knows? I mean, that would be a great way to do so, or a great reason why they do that, right? Because, and as I understand correctly, you need KYC when you cash out and not beforehand, because the gems are just an in-app currency, as like in Roblox or Minecraft or something like that, and kids can easily buy their Robux or whatever. So, yeah,
it's a certain point.
My niece, she's 7 years old, and she's quite shy, and we hadn't talked that much through her life. We'd hang out, but it was when I showed her the VeVe app that we've suddenly developed a really nice relationship, and she just uses the AR all the time. She absolutely loves it. So I know kids very much be on board. I mean, there are moral implications to advertising to children, but I know the V-Bucks, the Roblox bucks, whatever they're called. It does feels like it could all fit together. So yeah, I know kids are well into it. They would be.
Yeah, well, I think it's like a psychology thing where it's like you're not spending real money, so it helps with that. But I think to answer your question, Notorious, I think it's just building on the interactive stuff, like the gaming stuff, like building out the proper version of what the VeVeVerse should be, the mini games, the interactive hubs, the more than just having chat and the FaceTime or whatever, right? So, because that's what a lot of these really successful worlds in Roblox are like. It might just be a world where you go and you change clothing on your avatar, and somebody's going to stream that, and all the people in their chat are kids. And they just want to watch this person change outfits on their avatar because it's kind of like dress up, just like modern version of it. It's weird, but I think just to get more kids involved, you need to add more stuff in a virtual space, a virtual environment, gaming. Oh, but yes, MrFalcon, my next question for you was, we're looking at one of your spaces here, but what's your favorite space you built in the verse so far? You have one?
Yeah, I think it's the Psycho House. I think that's probably my favorite building, like, in the world. And I'm a big horror movie fan. It's iconic, and I was pleased with my build. I thought, yeah, that actually looks like it. So yeah, that one was my favorite. That was pretty cool. I liked how that turned out. And the John Wick Club was kind of cool too.
Yeah, that was a funky one with all the lights.
Yeah, I just went nuts with the lights. But yeah, I'd go Psycho House. That's my favorite. Yeah.
Let us know in the chat too, guys, if you have a favorite map the Falcons built, because you have numerous at this point. But Jan, do you want to add anything?
No, I mean, I've seen that build, and it looked great in my opinion. Most of your builds look, not most of, all of them, obviously, look awesome. But yeah, that one stood out for me as well.
Thank you.
Awesome. They're talking about breakdancing in the chat. Arcade brought up breakdancing, and now they're still talking about it.
When breakdancing in the viewers?
That's what he asked. He's like, if we could breakdance the characters. I am adding emotes, so you will be able to dance. Yes.
Yeah, if you can jump, it shouldn't be too far off, right?
Well, just in the emote system. So you have like a little wheel that pops up, and you can do like this dance or that dance or this dance. And I have breakdancing moves in there as well. I have like a whole library of dance moves that I want to add. But I want to talk a little bit about your process for creating the AR content. So for those who don't know, MrFalcon shoots a lot of the AR footage for the upcoming collectible drops. So you kind of you get the collectibles actually a little early as well, so you get to mess around with them.
Yeah. In a way, yeah. So I use a staging app, which is I get to see what the models will look like. They're not minted, so I don't get the collectibles. That would be nice. But I just get to play with the model, and then on the live app, you buy the minted version. So yeah, I get to see way ahead, which is very exciting. It's a big privilege of my role. But in terms of my process, I mean, yeah, it's challenging. It's been a learning curve, and the AR, I love it, but it can be quite fiddly. These things tend to shuffle around a bit, and you gotta get the right angles. So today, for example, I went to the local park. I live near London, so I like to mix up the environments as much as possible. I was shooting a lot of stuff in the woods, and I could tell that it was something like, hang on, everything's in the woods, so I need to mix it up. But if I shoot nearby, it's good because then I can go back and do reshoots, which I often do. I might miss a shot, I might frame something, I can just go back and do it. So I tend to spend, I don't know, it was 2 or 3 hours, depends on how many collectibles there are. Today it was about 3 hours in the park, just getting all sorts of different shots, getting sort of archive footage as well, which could be used at a later date, and then the stuff that I want for my promo. So then I come home and I see what I've got, and then I start editing. And the editing takes a long time. There's a lot of because you can't hide. There are buttons all over the screen, and I want to hide them. So I have to do lots of different masking tricks. I slow things down, I speed things up, I edit to sound, I color grade, I do all sorts of things. So yeah, it takes a really long time. And it's always an interesting challenge. The Samurai Darth Vader one was a good example of I thought I want to shoot him on the beach. I thought that would be cool. I didn't want to shoot him in the woods. So I drove about an hour away from where I live. It's a place called Brighton, when there's a nice beach there. And when I got there, it was a grey, cloudy day, and I was like, "This looked great, Darth Vader on the beach in front of the grey clouds." So I spent a few hours, and then I got maybe 2/3 of the way through shooting, and the sun came out like really hard. And I think, and you may sympathise with me. Yeah, I'm not much of one for sun. I don't tan, I burn. So I knew then that I had to get this. I had to get the rest of my footage in wiggling. It totally burned. Yeah, exactly. So it's like, right, okay, here we go. So I did that. And then Bright Sunshine, I also, as you've seen in the promos I do, we like to, I'm talking me and Corey, we've kind of developed this process together, show the collectible on the screen, because then people understand it's a digital collectible. If you just show it in the real world, they think it's some physical thing. So yeah. But in the blazing sunshine, it's very tricky to get a shot of your phone screen without the sun glaring off of it. So I had to walk around the beach. I walked for like half a mile, and I found this huge shipping crate, which had a shadow behind it. And I had to crouch behind the shipping crate and try and get my phone reveal shots, because without too much glare on the screen. And the shipping crate, turns out the dogs were really hot that day. So all the dogs wanted to wait in the shade. So I got some dog friends. So these are the kind of things that you just never know. It's always an adventure. But what I have, sorry, I could talk.
No, go ahead. I have just this follow up.
I meet a lot of people in the public. Some of them are terrifying, but most of them are quite nice. But what I found is everyone I've spoken to, and it could be young people or elderly people, whenever I show them what I'm doing, they always go, "Oh, wow, that's amazing."
Yeah, they understand. Yeah.
It's a universal hook. Everyone loves it. I was talking to some elderly people yesterday, and, in my experience, the old tend to be quite scared of technology. But we had a lovely chat about it. And I was telling them, how AR works and what it is. And they were well into it. They even said, where can we find these things?
Here's us onboarded there.
Yeah.
Here's my affiliate link.
This QR code, Alan. But you might not expect that of some pretty elderly people. And I think AR I love it. And it's a huge hook. And I think it's very, very appealing to everybody. Sorry, there's my rant over. There you go.
Yeah, we've asked, and I think it was a great talk about the creative progress that goes into creating those videos. But what I was wondering, and I will ask the question afterwards.
What if your favorite heroes and icons could live in the palm of your hand? That's now possible with VeVe. VeVe isn't replacing the way you've always collected. It's expanding your love for fandom in a whole new way. From the Human Torch, Grogu, and the Mandalorian to Darth Vader and many more, all waiting for you. Every collectible is officially licensed by the world's biggest brands and made limited through blockchain technology, giving you true digital ownership of what you collect. Discover VeVe today and kickstart your digital collection with 10 free gems to start your journey into this new and exciting world of digital collecting. Use my link in the video description to sign up. Happy collecting, and back to the video.
The question I wanted to ask, like, how early do you get those not real collectible builds, but those collectibles to film with? Because as you said, there goes a lot of work and time into that, so you need a little bit of pre-production time, right?
You do. It varies. To be honest, the Darth Vader samurais I got pretty early. I think I shot that in maybe June. But
oh wow,
it varies. Some of them, the process is much more streamlined now. So I tend to get things maybe a few weeks before. Some things I've shot a few months before. So you don't know. Sometimes the collectibles need to be, revisions need to be made. But for me, what I do, it always has to be approved by the licensors. So I need to get it done, and it needs to go to whoever I'm making it for. They need to approve it. And that is how the process works. And that's been an interesting challenge, because initially when I was working on the AR stuff, I was just taking pictures, because the approvals process, it wasn't really, I don't know, the licenses were just very fussy, as they should be. But as we've gone on, as we've got more experience showing collectibles in different ways, the licenses need to be more up for what I'm doing, and the approvals process is much smoother now, which is great. So yeah, pretty cool.
Nice.
It's been a good process.
So it's sometimes hard for you to keep those dropped quiets, as I can imagine, right? If you knew about the Samurai Vader in June, that's quite a few weeks beforehand. But it's as you said, with the licensors and getting their okay on those productions you do, that normally takes a lot of time.
It does. Even now, when I was talking, I'm thinking of things that I've shot that I can't talk about. So
yeah. Don't get that self trouble here.
Oh yeah, all the licenses have different things to happen.
If it's, sorry to interrupt, but if it's Son Goku, just lift one arm slightly.
So I say that again.
No, I'm just thinking. I said, like, if it's Son Goku, then just, yeah.
I'm just going to stay still. Until you run. Not giving anything away.
I appreciate you sharing that though, because those points about like you having to find the shade and the dogs and stuff, I love backstories like that because people would never know that stuff happened.
Yeah.
Unless you talked about it. So
I had to develop, I've got my own little kit. So I take 2 tripods out with me, one to put the camera on, one to balance my arm on so that I can hold the camera still. I was using that tripod as a stand-in for me because I go out on my own and I get like the hey shot at the end. So I can't see that, obviously. But good old Max, he found this gadget which allows you to mirror your screen. So I've been using that. So I can mirror what's on my screen. I can step into the shot. I can see, is this going to work? Oh, that's cool. But
nice.
Again, often like the one I did recently, the Silver Surfer shot me. I can't make him shoot me at the same time as I'm standing in the shot. So on my own, I will sometimes put me together with the blast and, masking and stuff like that. And sometimes I have help. Sometimes my wife helps me, which when I've been nice and she's not too tired.
You know what you should do is personal regret that I had coming out of like the sales industry was not putting like a GoPro in my chest to film day-to-day interactions because I would be doing sales in like downtown Toronto, and anybody who's been to Toronto knows that you can cross a street and you're in like a completely different area like that. So yeah. I would have the craziest interactions with people every single day. And looking back at that, I'm like, damn it, why didn't I film some of that, right?
Yeah.
What if you were to put like a GoPro on your chest or something while you film like your little trips to go do AR with your collectibles, and you can make like little
show my process. Yeah, I like that idea. I had thought about documenting it somehow. And other things like I have a screen cover that's like there's no glare on it. It's like a matte screen, so that helps to avoid the sun glare. This phone I use has a black case now. It used to have a L1, so that doesn't reflect. It's just lots of little things that, I could.
Adventures with MrFalcon, part 1 or whatever, right?
What an adventure it would be. And there's some adventures that I couldn't show on TV. Some people I've met, one in particular, who had no clothes on in the park. So you meet all sorts of characters, but I like the idea.
No one would ever know that. Jan, do you want to take next question?
I want to ask a question on the banker giveaway again. Sorry, guys, that I'm not so annoying with this one. So I've just posted, where is it? A banker sent someone who commented, posted, or shared this post 10,000 Omi. Is that the right way to do? And when do I get a response?
Here. You know what? Sven, who I see in the chat, can you write out what Jan has to type for banker and just like either message it to him or message it to me, and we'll just copy and paste it?
Yeah, that would be great. But I already posted something, so I hope it goes through already.
Sven's got us. He uses banker all the time.
Yeah, that Veda video looks so amazing, and the quality on this piece, even though I only got a comment, I'm still happy with it. Okay, the money loss on the comment.
Was that dark paper?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's awesome, isn't it? That's such a... I mean, even since I've been doing this, the quality and detail is gone. It's one.
Yeah.
It really is. He was particularly impressive. And all the little emblems I know they've all got some sort of Star Wars reference to them. They're all kind of referring to Sith stuff. And it's really cool. I liked, the one with this, I think it's the secret rat. I didn't get that, but they're really cool.
Here's a question.
Awesome. Right, awesome.
Because in this video I see it's pretty clear out, like a sunny day. How often does weather play into this for you? Like, do you go out and all of a sudden it's like thunderstorms and you got?
Yes.
Yeah.
So I think a video that just dropped, it was an ATAT one I did. I was shooting for hours, because it's I wanted it to be a huge collectible, and I just wanted to get really cool shots. So I think I got one where it was like going overhead, which I really liked. But another reason was the weather. It was just a weird day. So I went there in the morning. It was nice and sunny. It started pouring with rain. It was like being in Orlando or something. And then I left. I came back. Some women started chatting to me and said, "Oh, you were here this morning." And the lady started telling me about her dog. This is how it goes. So yeah, weather does play a big part in it. And to be honest, I don't mind. Rain is not helpful, but a cloudy day is very cool. So like a blue sky is fine, but it's a bit boring. But a blue cloudy sky, oh, that's beautiful. And a grey cloudy sky, flat grey sky, no thank you. I'm not playing with that. That's just boring. And it just flattens all the light. But a moody grey sky, yes, perfect. So I'm always looking up at the sky now. I spend a lot of time looking at the clouds. Yeah, it does.
Jan, any other questions you want to ask?
Sorry, at the moment I'm a little bit more concentrated on the chat because Ronnie tries to rob me here. He said, just type in, send everyone who commented on the post 10,000 owe me. So no, just one, Ronnie. So guys, sorry, I'm a little bit distracted here by the chat, but I hope to figure that out. But
He said, yeah, that was just an example. That's funny.
Yeah, I haven't played around with this banker thing. I think I was told how to use it, but I don't know, maybe I should. I see it all the time.
I know.
Yes,
Yeah.
I mean, they do it great with like the community activation, like the getting the community involved in promoting that bot, as I understand correctly.
Yeah.
And I mean, VeVe needs to do something similar, in my opinion.
Banker-esque, so to speak.
Well, I think the fact that Foster uses it says a lot. So
Yeah. I mean, those photos look so good, in my opinion, and yeah, they're totally clear to me that people, after looking at those, get it. I mean, that was what Corey told me in our interview we did back a few weeks back. And guys, if you haven't checked out that interview, it's on my channel Collectively with Corey, the head of content, and he also explained how important those AR videos are to get people in and make them understand what this product is all about.
Yeah, Corey explains it so much better than I do. But it was, I think, I got to go to New York Comic Con last year and work at the booth, which was very good. And just meeting people and showing them, it was when you showed them the AR stuff, that's when they went, "Oh, that's cool." One man didn't like it, but he didn't like anything. He was a scary New Yorker man. But everyone else liked it a lot. And yeah, it wasn't you do the spiel, the digital collectible, mint on the blockchain, and then some of them are very rare. Some of them with loads of money. Check this out, Spider-Man, he's right there. Oh, that's when people really got it and loved it. And that's, yeah, I've always loved that aspect of it. Make silly little films with my kids. But now I think it's just a great way to show new users what it's all about. It's a really unique selling point. And I think, yeah, with Corey, we've worked hopefully to get to a place where we deliver a lot of information in the 30 seconds or to a minute that those videos last for. It's a digital collectible. You can move it, you can resize it, you can pose with it, you can have a great time with it. It's really fun. Boom, there you go. That's kind of what they need to be about. And I guess for me, I don't want them to be too repetitive. I want to find new ways to interact and make a fool of myself, basically. I try and, again, developing those relationships with the licenses. I'm a bit more free to perform, I suppose now, and just interact. But when I film these interactions, I have to do this stuff over and over again, like jump back, jump back, jump back. I'll do it 10, 20 times. And I was in the woods on the day, and I was doing one of my special poses, which I'd done over and over again. And then I turned around, and a man with a dog had been watching me the whole time. And I said, "Oh, hi." And he just walked off. He didn't even reply.
He thought you're a psychopath or something like that.
He thought I was insane. So that's another fun thing that happens out in the wild. But on the whole, people are really interested and excited. And it is exciting. I think that's the thing that the vision I had when I first got excited about VeVe was, as they said, Ready Player One. Doesn't seem, I feel it's very close now with the meta glasses and stuff. I want to walk around with an Art the Clown avatar on. That's what I want to walk into Christmas lunch, and my family have all got these glasses on, and there's me wearing my huge Christmas neck Santa. Doesn't feel like a crazy futuristic Blade Runner thing anymore. I think it's very feasible. So that's the thing I want. And we'll see. I don't think we're too far off.
Yeah, I think a couple of years, right? I've listened to an interview with Mark Zuckerberg recently, and he said like roughly in the early 2030s that those wearables could be kind of a mass market product compared really to the mobile phone. So it's just a few years away probably. And I really look forward to that, like the digital overlay.
Cool. It'd be awesome. And you could lay out your collectibles in your house. You can invite your friends around, into a real place and just make it better. My flat looks quite nice from the outside, but it would be cooler if I could decorate it in AR. And then that was what people saw as they drove down the road. Yeah. It might be a bit detract, but this doesn't have been. It might be terrifying. It probably would be. It would definitely be a massive haunted house.
Why are there so many accidents out front?
Sorry, what was that?
I just said, why are there so many accidents out front?
Yeah, it would be wild, but I don't think it's that far off. It's very exciting. Mm-hmm. Very exciting indeed.
Jan, is there anything?
Sorry guys to interrupt again. I got an answer from BankerBot, and as some people pointed out, hey, Jan collects airdrops are disabled for now. You can try manual transport or wait for the feature to return if you want to send a specific wallet. Okay. Yeah, guys, no giveaway today, I would say. Next show, 20,000 Obi.
Blame me. It's fine. I'll take it.
Yeah.
See if I can take it.
And now that is it for the posts I have. So unless there's any other things you wanted to cover, Jan?
I would just be curious about like the fact, have you been a collector before VeVe, or did you get turned into or converted into one through VeVe?
Yeah, I don't think I knew what a collector I was. I had been a collector before VeVe, but I sort of forgot. I got really into comics when I was, about 17, 18, and I spent a lot of money on comics until I had kids, and then I had so I have loads of comic boxes at home. To me, collecting for me is more things I can use. So like art, I could put on my wall, for example. I'm not a huge fan of collecting and storing it. I just like showing things. I like, with the collectibles, it was always about, I like this character. What story can I tell with this character in my show? Or, what story, what can I do with AR? So I'm not the best with money. To be quite honest, I wouldn't give anyone financial advice. I'm more of a creator than a collector. But when I was very young, action figures were my thing. So I had many, many, many action figures. That was my first thing I collected. And then my kids do the same. Lego, some art. Comics, movies. I went crazy on DVDs and Blu-rays until again I thought I don't really need these anymore. So yeah, I collect things, and so comics occasionally now. If it has a cool Peach Momoko variant cover or something, I might try and pick something up. And I obviously the VeVe was really appealed because they're all in one place, so I can keep them on my phone. It's nice and tidy. I like things tidy. The occasional comic. I've been reading Ultimate X-Men. I always pick that up when a new issue comes out, and some other stuff. Yeah. So, but yeah, probably more a creator than a collector.
Yeah, I mean, we can definitely see your creative energy and your creative passion in those videos we've took a look at before. So I totally understand that you describe yourself as also creator, but I mean, it needs both, right?
A great creator, I have to say, because you and correct me if I'm wrong, but to me, it looks like you're comfortable putting yourself out there on camera. And if you're not, you do it really well. Jan even asked me right before this, he's like, did Falcon approve the thumbnail? That photo for the thumbnail? I'm like, yeah, it's the photo he gave me.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, I am comfortable. I don't take myself very seriously. I take what I do very seriously, but me, it's just always about fun for me. That's kind of what the VeVe News was. I think you guys do an awesome job of talking about of recapping, and it's the detail you go into. I think it's fantastic. But for me, I just want to make jokes and be stupid. That's just what I want to do. That's just how I am constantly looking for ways to distract myself from reality, because it sucks sometimes, doesn't it? So
all of us definitely.
Exactly. So, and I sort of have a problem with sincerity as well. So I'm just a very sarcastic, satirical Englishman who doesn't mind making a fool of himself. So no, I have no problem being in the videos and probably put myself in them a bit too much. But yeah.
No, you're doing awesome. I've told you this before, but your content's hilarious. I'm always laughing.
Thanks, Sam.